Hello, everyone. This is Grace on a Journey, and you are listening to Grace on a Journey Channelings. Welcome to the newcomer, and to those of you returning, my fellow travelers, welcome back. We're happy to have you. Now, I'm being pressed to ask you, how are you doing? Is everybody all right? I pray all is well. Well, today's episode will be new beginnings. And that's always positive. Now, I know sometimes that comes with change. Sometimes change that was not predicted. But if we allow mind over matter, we could be in the energy of adapting our perspective to the brighter side of things. And hopefully, that's where you're at. Now, I have an inkling what may come out of today's reading. One being, there will be many of you that find a portion of healing. Secondly, there will be many of you who will get steps closer and closer to being their authentic self. Get in the direction, rather, of getting closer and closer into being your authentic self. You'll understand why it is necessary to persevere. All right? You'll understand that even though a pace may seem to be slow, persevere. Because the goal is not how fast you go. The goal is that you get there. And lastly, the ancestors are very present. And some of you are being guided by your beloved grandmothers. And I was asked to bring that to your attention. Now, as far as today's channeled song is concerned, I'm going to tell you it came with giggles because, first off, I never heard this song before. But I came across it as I was looking at another song. I tend to like to look at lyrics and read the lyrics, because it's not just about the tune or the beat. It has to be about something, you know. But in the process of reading the lyrics of another song, I came across this song and I was told, that's it. That's the channeled song. And it's by Drake, all right? And what's funny about this song is, yes, I find it humorous. However, it depends where you are in your circumstance, right? If you're the one that's left behind, nah, You're not going to like it. But if you're the one that went to new beginnings, yeah, you're going to feel it. Now, give me a second, and I'll give you a little of the vibe going on here. Now, some of the lyrics: hold me closer in these trying times. Supposed to be mine. Hold me closer in these trying times. Open your eyes. You said you felt something for me. I don't know when, based on the signals you sent, based on the way you apologized when you came to see me, and then you had the nerve to defend mistakes that you made at the end. You said I was too invested in that what was forced you to pretend. I swear you crazy. Someone that's close to you reached out to me. Trust me, this ain't about revenge, but now I get along better with your friend. And it's wrong, I know. But again, oh yeah. Trust me, this ain't about revenge. I just get along better with your friend. Yo, I don't know how you could not laugh at that, especially if you don't find yourself on the end that is receiving this rude awakening. Now, when I received this message, I was like, hold up. Now, my collective, I don't know about other folk collective, but my collective, they not about getting with the friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you leave somebody, have enough self-respect, yo. You leave the friends alone, right? You divorce them, you divorce the friends, point blank, period. But I was told that, nah, this is not word for word, lyric for lyric. When they mentioned friend, this is in association to the imaginary friend. Like the friends they felt they had in their circle. Like who they let you believe they were in the mirror. That they were a big timer. You know what I'm saying? That they was in control. They can take you somewhere in life. They can build with you. They was a king. And some had the audacity to claim to be an emperor. But we are in the season of rude awakenings, are we not? And so that's just how it is. Now, I'd like to proceed with the spread. I took the liberty of using some cards that I made for part of the spread. And that's to identify these characters, right? Because a lot of them are cowards. They mask themselves, they mask their energy, and they don't want you to know who they are. But when you are guided, right? You have a spirit team, right? You're anointed. There are ways to uncover. And at times you have to wait for the season of uncovering, because God knows, had you known what you know today at a time that you wasn't ready to know, God knows. I'm just going to leave it right there. God knows. Okay? So he let you calm down, right? He let you mature. He let you grow up. He let you see that I'm taking you out of this to bring you to this. He helps you see, listen, you are better than you were before, right? The dreams you had that you felt you couldn't actualize, oh, now they're actualizing, right? And so this has a way of relieving your pressure. This has a way of releasing. This has a way of forgiving, making peace, and letting go. And that's the truth. But eventually, everything in the dark must come to the light, right? Yes, you must come to the light. You must bow down. Period. Now, as far as the characters, one being somebody's brother, right? Somebody's brother is definitely involved in this scenario, right? And I'm told it's not just biological brother now. It could be karmic brother, right? It could also be a spiritual brother. Those of you that call people brother so-and-so and sister so-and-so. Yeah, it could be that. Now, what I found interesting about it is right next to it is Joker. Would you believe that? So the first two cards are brother and Joker. Following that, like I said, I just been all giggles today because it's just everything, okay? First it was the channeled song, and then it was the spread. It has a way of bringing the information out. And it's just the flow of things. Because following brother, following Joker, angel therapy. Somebody needs therapy, clearly. I said somebody needs therapy, clearly. Now, therapy may be regarded as funny because there are many that when you suggest therapy to them, they laugh at you. And they say it's for weaklings and that they are better than that. And in all reality, they need that, right? But in our seasons of rude awakenings, we are awakened to that fact, right? An angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. See, when you are in good standing, when your will is aligned with God's will, these are the perks. All right. You have angelic assistance, protection, guidance, revelation, and so forth. And this is why I chose, because we all get to choose. This is why I chose the right hand path. Now, there were those who chose the left hand path. The karmic brother being one, which turned him into a joke. Know your team and represent your team. The next card is U is for sea urchin. That symbolizes fertility, defense. Did I stress defense? Fertility, defense, and protection. All right? How about that angelic protection? We all right. Next card, relationships. The beauty of do it with your partner's end. All right. So to clarify, following that card is temperance, balance, peace, patience, moderation, inner calm, perspective, tranquility, harmonious relationships, soulmates, serenity. I know my extremes. Now I seek peace. This speaks of experience, right? And this is in relation to what? Relationships. All right. Following that is indecision. Okay. Now this indecision is in relation to relationships. Like you can't choose because you got too many to pick. And I just feel you need your time to figure it out. But I also feel that nobody has to wait for you to figure it out. Now, I'm going to give you a little course in relationships. There are times you may approach somebody and you say something absurd, like a question maybe. What if I did such and such? Now, the reason I have to do such and such is because, you see, I have no choice. I must. I have to look out for myself, right? I have to love myself, right? And you see the other going along with the flow. That does not mean that they are going to stick around for you. Okay? Okay? Doesn't mean that. See, anybody with a brain is not going to put themselves on hold like they are a phone call and allow you to do what you do as they wait. I'm being told, well, a woman of substance, because we know about the chicken heads out there, right? But no woman of value, put it that way, no woman who knows who she is, right? No woman who has potential is going to wait for you to do what you do and allow you to come back after you did what you did, just because you have gifts that keep on giving. Okay? Not today. Not tomorrow. Not never. All right? Now, today's title, let's refresh our memories, is New Beginnings. Now, those of you that are not in relationships as of yet, the next card is Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. All right? That doesn't mean that we go out in these streets and lose our minds, right? That means be yourself. Enjoy your life and be open to conversation and interaction. Most importantly, respect yourself. All right? We have to use wisdom even as we read. We have to use wisdom. And this is why you can't just have any kind of reader, because as knowledgeable as Google gives, as knowledgeable as they think they are because they have Google as backup, they lack something called wisdom. I was watching a comedy episode yesterday, and that's one of the things that she mentioned. She's like, yeah, a lot of you, from a certain generation feel that you are all knowing, so you don't need God. But there comes a point in life when you realize you need them both. You need knowledge and wisdom. Yeah, you may have knowledge of secrecy, right? You may have knowledge because you spy, because you send people to love bomb others, to invade their homes and, learn about them and so forth. But that wisdom you lack, right? And you need both to move forward. And this is what we are learning in this season. Yeah. We need knowledge, but we can't forget wisdom. Right? Now, those of us that have knowledge, divine knowledge, right, in association with wisdom, have something to celebrate. Have moments where they just give thanks to Father God, Spirit Team, beloved and righteous ancestors, right? Now, the next card is suggesting that it would be appropriate for you to incorporate more music into your lives. And due to this card in particular, I am suggesting instrumentals, right? Follow your intuition, because this is just a recommendation. But music plays an effect on you, Sometimes it assists you as you meditate, or as you focus, as you study, and there's information out there regarding what music is appropriate for such and such. So if you are not up to the point where your spirit team is guiding you, this is what we need to listen to today, then try some instrumentals, right? As I said earlier, the next card is celebration, right? Why are you celebrating? You're celebrating because of your connection to the spiritual realm, right? The wisdom you receive, the knowledge that you've gained from the ancient of days, right? The freedom in knowing that you are independent and able to move forward in your new beginnings. Okay? Again, to those of you that are single. Now, What I find interesting is the card earlier that says do it with your partners and the information that I'm receiving regarding that is being unfaithful, right? Being unfaithful, indecision. That was another card. Which led to flirting. Sometimes we cause our own problems, right? We have a good relationship. We have someone that's standing by us, that assists us, that defends us, that loves us, that everything you could ask for. But you take it for granted. And you feel as if, well, I'm king. Or I'm queen. And I could do as I choose. Some go as far as saying that I can't love you more than I love myself. Some go as far as saying that I don't love you, but I'll grow to love you. Like, I just don't understand the psychology of certain characters. I really don't. Like, when you tell somebody something like that, right? And you quote unquote in your right mind, right? You would also know that every action has a reaction. So when you're telling someone, I don't care, I put me first, I don't even love you, and you are under the assumption that they're gonna stand by you, right? I'm being reminded of the Joker card because I'm trying to math it, but it's just not mathing. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm trying, but it's not. But this is how far people go due to their ego. And half the time, the reason why their ego has gone to the extent that it has is you encouraging them, you catering to them with different love language, sharing affirmations, sharing compliments, being supportive, right? Being faithful. And their head gets big, right? And they go out of whack. And that's just sad. But that is also how you can differentiate a boy from a man. Because when you have a real man, right, you can compliment him, you can treat him well, love on him. I mean, be there for him, all right? And in return, he's there for you, right? Because he has a clue, right? Chances are he's been there, done that, and experienced what not being grateful turns out to be, all right? And this is why some of us appreciate, prefer, and support our mature men, because we're not wasting our time. We share the same values. We have the same vision. And we understand that he's strong and she's strong, but together we're stronger. You see? And so when you have a good head on your shoulders, you respect yourself. You do not disrespect the one you claim you love. But one other thing I'm being pushed to say is, it's okay if you don't love. Now you might be alarmed, like, what is she saying? She talks about love. Now she's saying it's okay. It is okay if you don't love. Right? What's not okay is not saying that you don't love and not making space for the person that's meant to be in his or her life to love. Right? Some go as far as not loving you, but decide you don't deserve a relationship, okay? In fact, I'm going to play God in your life, and I'm going to use black magic to interfere with your destiny and cause you to be alone, and jokes, and more jokes, right? Until they get the rude awakening that God is God is God. See, I can testify, right? They'll try to bring confusion, and they'll go to the extent of dreams, honey. They got money for all that, but they don't got money to pay for their bills. Not even the phone bill. Not a haircut, okay? But they have money for the spell work, you know. They have money for the alcohol. They have money for the prostitute. Yes, they have money for that. Right? And so God has to show up, because somebody doesn't have their priorities straight. Right? And so when he does, is the next card. Now let me read you what it says. It says, parties, weddings, festivities, and celebrations in general, shared happiness and surprises, beginning of a courtship, engagement, or marriage, falling in love, seduction, chance, and intuition, prizes and gifts. Good luck is on your side. See, that's when God shows up. That's when God has the jokers taking several seats. You understand? That's when reality shows up in their face, right? That's when they see and they know that it's no way but God's way. You understand? And so those of you that are being persecuted because you have, I got to tell you the truth, all right? You have someone ignorant in your life, okay? Because that's just the truth. See, that is the charge I hold, right? I tell you the truth. But it's not always nice to hear the truth. It's not always fun to hear the truth. In fact, the truth may make you want to change something about yourself, right? It may make you want to look within and decide, I can be better than, right? Those of you with any hope. But God shows up because they decided to laugh at the warnings, disregard the warnings, thinking they can override the warnings, and realize the only thing they've manifested is society being warned on who they are without their mask. Okay? That part. Now, the next card is suggesting that you need to cleanse your homes, spiritual cleanse and physical cleanse, organize, right? Say prayers and implement security in all measures, right? Spiritual and physical. All right? Communicate with your neighbors that you have disturbed individuals that are not on medication that continue to stalk. Okay? Share that with your police departments. With families, with your friends. Child, talk to God. Talk to your spirit support team. Right? Get your cameras. I said, bring in security. To not only be in the knowledge of, but also exercising wisdom. All right? These folks are not your friend. Not even if they come back and say, remember when we had this good time? When it was all an illusion. Gotta accept that. It's time you accept that. It's time you accept that according to divine timing, this season is your new beginning. All right? Appreciate it. Embrace it. Don't take it for granted. A lot of you are not used to a certain caliber of men, and I think it's due to generational curses. You know, what you see is what you know. And what you've seen is what you're familiar with. Right? And there is a very famous preacher who spoke of that in one of his messages. Preached about it, rather. That women have a tendency to grow up and look for their fathers at some capacity. I have to state and stress at some capacity because there's no need to curse your fathers, okay? Because the men on these streets, honey, don't do your father like that. You know what I'm saying? He may have had a trait or so, from a low vibrational mode, but they cannot compare to what is going on what women are experiencing, what men are experiencing. Because although I engage with utilizing the female experience, I understand that men go through others being unfaithful as well, right? Men also have mothers who were not respectable women, right? And so, due to that, this is what they seek. They look for their mother, right? And so, all that together gives us an understanding of what is really going on. Wisdom is knowing that there are a variety of perspectives, and that in analyzing, you have to analyze from every angle, right? And this is what allows you to forgive. This is what gives you freedom. When you understand the person did not have the education you had, the person did not have the same upbringing you had, right? The person did not have the same friends you had. Now, even with all of that knowledge, wisdom suggests that the person needs to cut cords. You need to, I heard that confirmation. You need to cut cords. All right? Because energy is contagious. So while they while they roll in the mud, respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you respect them. Move aside, right? Brush your shoulders off, right? And allow them the time they've requested or they chose to do what they do, right? Some of them need the time to engage with voodoo, right? Meanwhile, Sunday morning, hello, sister so-and-so. Hello, brother so-and-so. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord, right? We're being awakened to all of that, right? Not just because someone is sitting next to you. Confirmation. Not just because someone is sitting next to you on the pew, that they are trustworthy, that, I'm hearing that you can trust them with your kids. I'm just relaying the messages, okay? Confirmation. I'm just relaying the messages. Now let's move on from that. Let us move on from that, okay? The next card is aunt. So somebody's aunt plays a role in this drama. In fact, I'm hearing drama queen. Right? Now, due to the card following that, I know the aunt is experiencing a wish gone unfulfilled. Right? A wish gone unfulfilled. But I also know that those of you whose wills were aligned with God's will and was just living your life like the next man, trying to make lemonade out of your lemons, I also know you're coming out of a period of great loss. This is a sign of recovery when it comes to your career as well. Marriage, new stressing, new, one more time, new admirer, feeling better, right? Due to the picture on this card, that aunt, oh, she's upside down, right? She's not only upside down, she is furious. Like, the red energy is turning into the black energy, right? Darkness is consuming her. She's unmasked. In her old age, all the hair on her head has fallen down, right? Symbolizing no wisdom lives here. See, we earn our gray hairs, and hopefully you earn them with wisdom. But when you don't deserve them, they have a way of stepping away, you know. Especially when you're doing black magic on others to experience what? Hair loss? And then you wake up what? Bald-headed? That part. This is why some of them are in hiding. This is why they are benefiting from the season of wearing wigs. Following that card is clear your space. Yes, honey, declutter. Now, we said it earlier that you need to clean up and, you know, spiritually and physically, right? Declutter. Archangel Jophiel, get rid of clutter. Clear the energy around you. And use feng shui. That's just an option, right? But there are ways to I'm trying to find the right wording for this. Okay. I'll share an experience I had. In the past, prior to COVID, and since my youth, I always used to be a library person, right? Now, due to that, I learned a lot about community events. Now, one of them in particular, I went to because she was somewhat of a guru in the area of organization, right? That's what the flyer said, that she can assist, you know, you organizing your office area or whatever area you need organized. So I went to her how shall I put this, event, right? I enjoyed it, and in the end, she offered 4 hours of service if you place your name on this list and if you get chosen. Somewhat of a lottery. Now, when I put my name down, I had no idea that I would win. But yes, I was one of the winners. She came to my home and she was able to tell me that what needed organization, but also she guided me in things spiritual, right? One of the compliments I received was, it's a powerful thing to frame so many ancestors, right? Because you keep them with you. And I never forgot that. Confirmation. But also, she shared ways to position your furniture. And she's like, you don't want to leave things in front of your door. All right? You want to allow a flow of energy, right? You don't want to position your bed in this side of the room. You don't want to position your sofa in this side. You know, recommendations. Some of them I subscribe to till this day. And some of them just didn't click for me, right? That doesn't mean it won't click for you. So I'm not suggesting for you to subscribe to a certain philosophy. What I'm recommending that you do is explore, right? And learn about ways that you can beautify your homes, right? That should be your sanctuary. That should be your safe place. Okay? So I hope this will assist you in your movement forward. Because in order to have a happy home, you have to make it a happy home. Okay? Spiritually and physically. Okay? Now, following that is Walrus. And this card says physical closeness, power, strength, nurturing, protection, courage, adaptability. It says many things, but one of my most favorite is wisdom. Okay. It also adds sociability, humor, and different skills. Right. This is what they symbolize due to their behaviors. Right. Those that study them and those with connection to the spiritual world can see what these animals represent, signify what message they're sending. I'm being told to pay attention. That we should pay attention. If you have pets, pay attention to them. If you encounter animals in your outings, pay attention to them. Just be observant. You'd be surprised what information can cross your mind just by such interactions, right? Don't knock it till you try it. That's what I'm hearing. Next card is resources to maintain, the practicality of, resulting from the productivity of, right? So let's clarify. Independent wealth, success, financial stability, security, success, wealth, property, abundance, rewards. And what I love about it, it just doesn't say rewards. It says rewards through hard work, right? Meaning you've earned it. Collecting on investments. Yes. If you planted the seeds, expect the harvest. Positive or negative. Thriving business, status, freedom, and it repeats wisdom. Keeps coming up. There's something about knowledge and wisdom. See, that's what the comedian was speaking of yesterday. Some people feel like, I'm so versed, nobody can step to me. I can overpower, I can destroy, I can ruin lives, I can play God in everyone's life, right? But with all this knowledge, all this studying of spell work, all this experience sacrificing animals, and aborted babies. I'm just sharing the messages. Yes. Some of them, those of a lower vibration, obviously. As they engage in their abortions, they sacrifice them to their deities. Yes! I just relay the messages. No. You're not all here to hear the truth, right? Some of you prefer to lies, right? And this is where I tell you this is not the channel for you. Because over here we come with authenticity, we come with rawness. Let me stress, rawness. You understand? And so, there is no such thing as a secret. Everything done in the dark shall come to light. Okay? Now, how this card associates with the previous card, resources to maintain. Now, some of you have experienced a joker that stepped into your life for a season, right? You know, life is a school. Some of us are teachers, some of us are students, and cycles end and begin, right? Where the roles reverse as we mirror each other. And when this joker entered your life with the lies and the imaginary friends and status, they gave you the impression, those of you that were not awakened yet, of their abilities to achieve the potentials they had and the vision they can manifest. Correct? But in the end, you discovered they were in a stage of poverty. Confirmation. They were in a stage of poverty. All right. Where it relates to spirituality. All right. Financially. All right. Emotionally. All right. Physically. All right. They were in a stage of poverty. All right. Let's not forget intellectually. Right? Confirmation. So when it says resources to maintain, as I've shared earlier, energy is what, class? Contagious. And this is why when that joker was in your life, you experience stagnation. All right. You experience confusion, lack of understanding, regression. All right. Just because you allowed yourself to share the same domain with someone of a darker path. Right? Who chose, let's highlight chose, to be of a lower vibration to attain what you were born with, your destiny. You see, some people are born with it, and this is in relation to karma. This is in relation to generational curses. This is in relation to bloodlines, right? Now I'm going to share something with you. Why? I have these messages to relay to you. Sometimes they're very charged with hesitation. But I'm hearing right now, this is one of the reasons why there are those of you in your circles that have to go back home, quote unquote, in that same season every year, quote unquote, to go fulfill the sacrifices that they must to maintain throughout the year. And this is in relation to their familial karma, right? This is because of bloodline, of being cursed. We pay for the sins of our forefathers. And this is one of the things that assists me with healing, right? Can I be personal with you? This is one of the things that assists me with healing, because we all have low vibration and high vibration in our backgrounds, right? Those who know, right? You have to have a certain level of maturity to confirmation to be in your truth and say, yes, these were the good attributes of certain family members or ancestors, whatever you choose to refer to them as. But this was what they could have worked on, right? Their low vibrational attributes, right? No one is perfect. This is why your journey continues. Whether you know it or not, understand it or not, approve of it or not, you are on a journey. Confirmation, you are on a journey of fulfilling self-mastery. And this is one of the reasons why you should learn to prioritize people. Because when you don't prioritize, you keep yourself behind, right? You will witness others progressing in life, not having to sacrifice, right? Confirmation, right? And this is how you want to progress, with your hands clean, with good karma, with high vibrations, with your will in alignment with God's will. I know I've shared this before, but I will continue to share it until it is ingrained in you that you must do better for you. Can't be your brother. It can't be your sister. It can't even be your mother or your father. You have to do your work. You have to face your shadow. You have to say, this is what I can change about myself today. You have to be consistent with your work. You change this about yourself today. You change this about yourself tomorrow. You change this about yourself the following day. This is not going to happen in a blink of an eye. It's not going to take days. It's not going to take months. In fact, it's going to take years. Your lifespan, right? Because life is a school and we are here to learn. Not only learn, but implement it in way of progression, right? This benefits us. It benefits our children. And as you grow in your spirituality, you'll uncover it even benefits your ancestors. All right? Now, I'm being told even this journey of awakening, right? We know about the lessons. We know life is a school. But this journey of awakening is not something that happens in a blink of an eye either. In fact, it will take your entire lifespan. There are things that you have not uncovered yet. If you knew it all, you wouldn't be here. Let me just repeat that for those of you who think you know it all. All right? Because we have some of you in the I know it all crew. I feel your energy, right? If you knew it all, you wouldn't be here. In fact, many of you are going to be leaving here because you decided to come up against God. In the energy, I know better than you. In fact, I can disrespect you. Okay? And this is why you're on your way out. Right? This is why some of you are experiencing going to funerals. Okay? And some of them on their way. I'm just sharing the messages. Okay? So this is how these two cards relate. Resources to maintain. This means you release all negative energies, people, places, and things. Let's not forget energies that are not in alignment with our highest good. All right. Because they get in the way. I'm going to repeat that. Some of you need the repetition to that. They get in the way. One more time. They get in the way of maintaining your resources. I'm hearing sever vows with poverty. Okay? Now you could take it or you could leave it. All right. Some of you are asking God why. And I'm told to reply with this prayer. As you say it, you will gain the answers why. Why do you find yourself in such circumstances? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. The courage to change the things that I can change. And the wisdom to know the difference. Now, as you meditate, those of you that were seeking a reply as to why, as you repeat this prayer, you'll get the answers. You'll get the answers. Why? All right. Some of us refuse to accept. Okay? We refuse to accept the prayer of Saint Francis. Right? So meditate on that. And uncover the answers. Why? Following that, the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Now, those of you that are familiar with Archangel Ariel are in the awareness. This is associated to healing. There are those of you that have freed yourself from a mistake of a relationship, but have not done proper healing when it comes to your second chakra. What I'm about to say is not going to be too popular, but I have to say it. There are those that you will encounter due to networking or introduction that will say, you can come to my house or you can come to my business. We are in the energy of assisting women and guiding them towards healing. We offer yoni cleansing, right? Certain herbs that we've prepared, okay, for your steaming sessions. And then there are others that say, we sell this product. We can send it to your homes and you can perform your steaming rituals on your own. I'm being told, pray. Pray! I said pray. Pray! I'm hearing, we got to pray just to make it today. Okay? Some of these demons that are stating they are in the energy of bringing healing to your life want to steal your womb. Now, this just went above some heads, right? And this is why I'm hearing those with ears will hear. Not everyone with a smile on their face. Not everyone with a warm embrace. Not everyone that you were introduced to that claims they love you is in their truth, right? And although I encourage small businesses, please believe I do. Okay, I've been in enough networking connections to be firm in that description that I encourage you to follow your dreams and fulfill what you were called to do. But I'm still charged confirmation. I'm still charged with sharing God's truth. All right? Relaying the messages I'm receiving. So before you make your purchases, okay? Before you let someone conduct a yoni steam, okay? Before you abide to a prescription, okay? Pray. Because you need to be in the know that this is not someone trying to bring harm to you. This is not someone that's trying to steal your womb. This is not someone who's trying to block you in areas of creation. Okay? See, it's all connected. All right? Yes, stealing your womb is also physical in order to bring you to a state of infertile, right? But also in areas of manifesting and creating, bringing to life, giving birth, pregnancies to your ideas, right? I'm sure some of you have heard, oh, this business is my baby. You know, sometimes when you hear a reading, it's related to a business. Those of you who didn't know. Majority of these readings are based on symbolism. And so those of you that go into it literally, that have no clue, that are being led by those that aren't in their sincerity, I'm telling you, pray. Okay? If you don't understand, if you're wondering, if you need someone to explain, I'm being told to tell you, you need to connect with Source, with God, right? Ask God to give you clarity, to remove confusion, to remove any demonic manipulation that causes interference with messages from God. Ask God to give you wisdom. Ask God to give you clarity. All right? I'm also being led to tell you something else that won't be popular. Be careful who you accept your waist beads from. I just am relaying the messages, y'all. All right? I come in peace. Okay? I make jewelry myself. Okay? I used to be in the business of selling what I created myself. Okay? But I have seasons I'm with it and seasons I'm not. And so presently, that's on pause. But the truth is, jewelry. And this is why, even though legalism in the church is not called by God. In fact, it is man-made. All right? You can't wear this. You can't wear that. You can't listen to this. You can't, there's wisdom behind some of it. I said some. I'm not saying all. I said some. Let's be in our truth. This is because of the awareness that people can utilize charms to bring harm to you, right? That person smiling in your face and giving you that embrace, and here's a gift. In that pretty case, understand, she could be binding you. He could be binding you. Okay? Be very selective. Number one, in your entourage. Whether it is your friends, whether it is your family. I said family. Yes, I did say, I am repeating, yes, I said family. Because we share the same bloodline does not mean that we are on the same line. You understand? If I am in the knowledge that you are low vibrational and you are not in alignment with me, what do you suggest I do? Sacrifice me for you? You better come with the truth. Because that's not what we about to do. You understand? Regardless if it is spiritual family, biological family, adopted family, whatever family, if they are not in alignment with your will, align with God's will for the benefit of all, they need to be decluttered. Repeating, decluttered. One more time. Decluttered from your life. Yes, we shared our season, right? But I'm being reminded life is a school, right? And as I learn, right, I need to implement what I've learned, right? In order to progress, right? And so I must detach from people, places, and things that are not in alignment with my energy and my highest good. Okay? No, we don't need to say goodbye. Confirmation. We don't need to say goodbye. All right? That closure was God sent. All right? So at this point in time, make peace with yourself. Understand it's God's plan. There's no reason to hate, no reason to seek revenge, no reason to, dwell on it for the rest of your days. People have been breaking up since the beginning of time. And this is why it's so mind-boggling to me, like when I'm watching the news or social media, whatever I'm engaging with, and I'm hearing about this breakup came about, so this person had to hurt this person this way due to revenge, due to the fact they moved on, due to this, due to that. And I'm asking, what's wrong with these people? Like, let people live. If they don't want you, they just don't want you. All right? If he don't like you, it's because he don't like you. Right? If she don't like you, it's just because she don't like you. What you gonna do? Kill yourself? Or be stuck on stupid and kill them? Or are you going to sit yourself down, right? Gather your emotions, confirmations, and pick up your feelings. Like, how long does that take? Now, as I share this with you, I am envisioning a video that I watched on social media yesterday. Now, I believe it's the second time I saw that. I think I've seen it years ago. But for some reason, it was repeated. Sometimes they do that. Now, this man appeared to follow his wife, who was cheating on him, right? Followed her to a hotel with this man that, you know what I'm saying? They went and got a room, got the keys by the elevator. And this is when the husband confronts her in tears. You can hear the agony in his voice. She doesn't know what she's doing. Mind you, she's cheating on you. But he is so obsessed. Notice I didn't say love because I don't know. I don't know the whole story. What I know for a fact is he is obsessed. His behavior demonstrates it. That even in him knowing that she has moved on, right? He can't let go. He can't pick up his feelings, right? In fact, it is one of the hotel employees that just so happened to be in the middle of the drama that gives the man a hug, right? Calms him down, right? Because clearly he was in distress. Now, before we judge, we don't know what he made that woman go through. Okay? Before we judge, we don't know if he was faithful to her too. Okay? Because some of them out there believe they could have their cake and eat it too. No, I don't have to be loyal to you, but you have to be loyal to me. Right? I don't have to do what I preach, but you have to listen to me, right? In assistance with the manipulation of what? Scriptures and verses, and this is why you're wrong. Meanwhile, they're cursing you with these psalms. Yes. Let me tell you something. I have some cards that I have not even shared with you yet. And the reason why is because I'm not called to use them in the spreads with you yet. All right? I've used them for me. And I could tell you facts. I know what Psalms were used to curse me. Okay? One of the ways you can know is if you have, how should I put this? One way I could put it is cards that you made, right? With Psalm so-and-so and, verse so-and-so and so forth. Now, when that shows up upside down, all right? And you say, nah, that's a mistake. Because some of us only use these cards that we make in relation to verses and prayers and all of that to just spicing up our day and read that scripture. They even sell them in certain religious stores where you can buy, miniature index cards with prayers in the front and verses in the back. And every day you just pick one up. And the prayer is like a sentence long. And the verse is like a sentence long. And this is some type of, ritual you do to read the scripture, Because some of you know your Bible is so thick of dust that you can't locate it in the shelf. Can we be real? Those with all mouth and no action. That crew. But some of us that respect wisdom understand that wisdom comes from everywhere that you look for wisdom. Wisdom can be an experience by way of a mistake someone made or you made. It was a mistake, right? But you still was able to gain the wisdom not to do that. The same way you can listen to an audiobook and you can take what you want and you can leave the rest. Wisdom is not canceling anybody out, right? Just because of he say, she say. Just because they belong to a certain nationality. They have a certain race, right? All right. Due to the numbers I just saw, the message I'm receiving is it takes one day at a time, right? I know a lot of you are in a hurry. I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to know. But it's one day at a time. Continue to be open-minded, right? To respect people's cultures. To not be swayed, not allow others to influence you or peer pressure you into doing anything that is not in alignment with your highest good. With anything, with everything. Keep your integrity, right? Respect yourself. But the root of what I was saying is when I saw that in actuality, it was not a psalm. I want to say it exactly how it was. It was a prayer. But I know people also use Psalms to curse people and stuff. And although I don't know the details on how it's done, but yeah, I know it's done. I've heard of that. Right? But it was a prayer, people. It was a prayer. Can I tell? It was a prayer that many say every day. Okay? And it was reversed. Went through the cards again. Same card fell out. And it was reversed. Went through the cards again. Same card fell out. And it was reversed. That is a fact. Okay? That they utilize certain prayers, certain verses. All right? That is quote unquote meant for holiness. And they utilize it in their nonsense, attracting more curses and more curses and more curses to them. See, one thing you should never do is play with God's word, right? One thing you should never do, especially when you know you're not in your truth. Child, I said, especially when you know. Let me repeat that. All right. Especially when you know you are not in your truth and you're using verses to attack children of God. Those called by God. Those anointed by God. And you think you're not cursing yourself. Let me help you out free of charge, okay? Those of you that are going to these spiritualists, I need you to cleanse me. I don't know what's going on with me. Everything around me appears to be bad luck. Right? Let me help you out. It's you. It's all you. It's always been you who's cursing yourself. Right? Because you know your hands are not clean. And you think you could play God for a joke. Because you think it's cute. Confirmation. You think it's cute being a joker. God has a sense of humor too. Yo, he'll let you think you're winning, right? In fact, this is what was prophesied, that he'll let you think you're winning, right? Because the best fall, the best fall is the fall that you get from the top. You feel me? And then, bam! Worldwide. Right? You can't deny. Right? We all see it with our eyes. Right? That you are a lie. I said a lie. L-I-E, lie. Right? So a lot of you that were in the illusion, I'm playing God in someone's life. I'm putting blockages in someone's life. I'm creating delays in someone's life. I'm putting financial constraints in someone's life. Whose life? Yo! I said whose life? We want to hear you. Whose life? I'm waiting on the response. Can y'all give me a minute? I'm trying to give an opportunity. You really got to understand, okay? For the comeback. Okay? Because as I said, God will allow you to play yourself. And this is why I'm hearing respect yourself. You could play with a lot of people, right? Even a lot of energies, right? Even with a lot of entities, right? But what you don't want to play with is God. You don't want to play with God. You don't want to play with the divine. You don't want to play with anything godly. So those of you that are still in a crew of monkey see, monkey do, I highly recommend, all right, for you to build on your own relationship with God, right? You do not need a middleman. That was just used to separate you from God, right? If you are a creation of God, you have access to God. And you need to be able to communicate. But as you communicate, understand that your response will come in truth. So if you don't want the truth, if you don't want to accept the truth, if you want to deny the truth, this might not be for you. Right? It is what it is. It's the practicality of it all. Right? The next card is, this could be the one. You've already met Ashe. You've already met, yes, sir. You've already met, amen, your romantic partner, the romantic partner that you seek. Okay? Wow. And how it relates to the previous card, which is resources to maintain, the practicality of, resulting from the productivity of, yes, resulting from the productivity of building yourself, right? Healing yourself, right? Loving yourself, nurturing yourself, surrendering yourself to God, your dream, your will, aligned to His will for the goodness of all, right? Funny enough, the previous card was the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. the sacral chakra, right? And so this is a deep connection, right? Most likely a romantic connection. And what's most impressive about it all is a godly connection, right? Because when God allows the enemy to bring what they conceive of as turmoil in your life, it's always because he has better than. I said it's always because he has better than for you. All right? He will never allow them to downgrade you. If it's not for alignment of your highest good. So those of you that experienced people defaming your character, people lying on you, people creating plots, and all the other insane movements that was going on, you can't deny you're in a better place now, right? You're experiencing maturity, living with maturity, and loving with maturity. All right? What more can you ask for? Now, this is all in relation to seasons, right? Some of you are still in the season of wanting to play games, wanting to be Joker, and that's all right. Let me repeat that. That's all right. One more time. That's all right. But what you're not going to do is interfere with the party that's not about your jokes, right? You could roll in the mud. You could reject the pearls, right? Because they're meant only for a certain type of girl, right? But what you're not going to do is utilize your black magic and wear the mask of God anymore. True. Confirmation. Very true. Now, this has been going on for ages, right? People being framed, lied on, and separated, and so much God has seen. But today's title is New Beginnings. And in this season of new beginnings, we will be experiencing and attracting and fulfilling new beginnings in our lives. You're being encouraged to study, right? And I'm being led to tell you to specifically study about the promises of God. The promises of God. What God promises to those that are faithful, right? That are not of the left hand and pretending to be of the right hand, right? That are unmasked, authentic, in the business of healing self and others, persevering, waiting on God, honoring their ancestors, right? Again, study the Word of God. Again, what I'm about to say will not be popular. I feel a lot of the messages that I'm charged with giving you can be controversial to some. But I'm told, be at ease, because those that come in their truth welcome the guidance of the truth. But God can be found everywhere. Some of you have been programmed to believe, oh, he can only be found in this book. People, you can study God in nature. I said it. You can study God in people. And there are several books you can study God from. But I'm also being told to remind you to take what you want and leave the rest. And due to this number that I'm seeing, I want to share the message with you. A message that may assist you. You have known your guardian angel for lifetimes. Meditate and ask your soul to reveal helpful memories. Some of you will find healing in just remembering, right? Just remembering where God took you from and where you are now. Just remembering your youth, your innocence, your love for life. And being in the direction of regaining that passion, right? and engaging in things that make you happy. Some of you like to create by way of writing songs, others writing poetry, others painting landscapes, others making pottery. Whatever your muse. Use it to heal you. All right? That's the message that's coming through. Now, as for the next card, let me read it for you. Economic and material ruin. Sad feelings. Bad health. Let me repeat this. Because some of us are still living in delusion that God isn't God. But in this season, God is proving His presence in the lives of those that choose Him. In fact, everybody has choices. So as the world goes round, the seeds you plant are the seeds you harvest. If you stole, lied to, tried to ruin, had pleasure in bringing sadness to others, made attempts of bringing bad health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, repetitively, right? Understand this. Yes, this is your portion. Okay? Let me repeat your portion. Economic and material ruin. Sad feelings. Bad health. The card, the prediction of this card. This is telling me, when it says the prediction, it's telling me there's more to come. All right? There's something about the presence of the word prediction. It means there's more to come, right? The prediction of this card is not at all favorable. It speaks of ill omens and misfortunes of all kinds, right? And this is in relation to all that participated with all the capacity of the interest that you invested, right? Will experience such a rude awakening. I'm hearing, get ready, get ready, get ready. Wow. The truth sets us free, does it not? I said the truth sets us free. I'm hearing free, free, free indeed. Okay. Now, the next card is suggesting that they're still on their black magic nonsense. So, continue cleansing your homes of negative energies. At times, opening your doors and your windows as you secure them. Can I repeat that? I said as you secure them. As you stand by the window or, in the area. Right. Same as your door. Because we know of those that are not on medication, that should be on medication, that are on these streets. All right? You have the knowledge, but maintain the wisdom. The next card is unknown. Remember those cowards I was sharing about earlier? The ones that like to throw rocks and hide hands? Yeah. There are those that are known enemies and those that are unknown enemies. And this is why when you pray in detail, God, reveal the known and the unknown enemies. God, return back to sender. Back to sender all ill intention, negative energies, blockages, delays. Oh. List it. List it all. Right? Be thorough when you make your calls to God. Right? Remember, they showed you what? No mercy. Right? So you're being called to share and call on God. And allow Him to determine where mercy is due. Because we know we have a just God, right? We know He gives justice, right? So as you pray, remember, known and unknown enemies, right? As God is revealing them, there are still those in your circle that is unknown. But I'm hearing in divine timing. So that's telling me in divine timing, they will be unveiled to you. Okay? Following unknown, all right? Be very careful and remain aware Someone seeks to take your place. Can this be more descriptive? I'm just asking somebody. You know what I'm saying? It says, be careful and remain aware. Someone seeks to take your place. Jealous. Was just trying to get my eyes to see the next word. Jealous and tongue-tied. Hypocritical. All right. One of those that play church. Oh, I'm holy, I'm holier, I'm holier than thou. That part. Yeah, one of those. Right. In fact, this card in particular is also the Joker card. But what I'm hearing is the joke was on her. Yes, the joke was on her. And what's interesting is in this card in particular, it is giving me the energy that the jealousy was due to how rooted you are, right? Your connection to the spiritual realm. The ability to see. And financial resources. Okay. I'm also receiving the message the jealousy was also in relation to your confidence, your security, your ability to heal, and your love energy that continues to blossom. And that your sacral chakra was in fact sacred. Yes. Some of you ladies out there were not in the knowledge that there are those who are jealous. Child, they jealous of your sacral chakras. They're jealous of your ability to create. They're jealous of your fertility. They're jealous of your sacredness. Right. In fact, this is why they try to tarnish their names. I said their names. Wow. So this is telling me, in attempts to trying to tarnish your name, child, they tarnish their names. Ain't that a backfire? It sounds like that to me. Yes, indeed. In the process of trying to tarnish your name, they tarnished their names. And I heard that confirmation. Also getting the energy that The stains they wanted to put on you are visible on them. Light is being shined on the matter. Oh, and the wind is carrying the message across the seas. Okay? So, those of you that were not in the awareness, child, there are things I can tell you. Lord have mercy. There are things I can tell you that I uncovered about the desperation of those that go for jokers and the readings that they go get. Why is it that he is so obsessed with her? What is it that she has that I don't have? In order to recreate what they fail to create, right? See, some things you got to be born with it, right? Some things you just got to have it, right? And this is telling me, and it should be telling you, you could be using that energy in building, right, yourself, and not, and to stop allowing, right? I said not to allow, but also to stop allowing a man to degrade you and put you down, comparing you to another, repeating your shortcomings. Get it together, people. Love yourself. Can I just share some compassion? Love yourself, right? Stop seeking love. I'm hearing he's just not that into you. I believe that's a book as well. I haven't read it. But this is what I just heard. He's just not that into you. All right? And the message I'm also receiving is he can't be into you because he's not into himself. So those of you that was seeking love from someone that doesn't love himself, where is that supposed to take you? In fact, what is that supposed to do for you? That's just the question. The next card is all is well. Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings. You will soon understand. Right? So be patient. Be encouraged. keep hope alive. All right? Next card is Fox. Call to develop quick thinking, adaptability, and openness to change. Quiet observation. I'm hearing it's not everything you know that you have to say. And it's not everything that you see that you have to tell. Because there's something called divine timing. See? And this is why it is a plus. It is a strength. When you have the discipline of not running your mouth about everything and anything that you see. Because if you wait on divine timing, you make a multitude of jaws drop when you drop the information that you've gathered. See, those of us that don't like conflict, that don't like to argue, that don't like confrontation, that don't have time for it, that's the energy we're in. All right? Because when we make our decisions, it's the final. Can I stress? I said it's the final decision. Like, there's no going back. So therefore, we gather our information, right? And we thorough about it, right? Ain't no loopholes like you do. Because our angels are on top of this too. You understand? They guide. So ain't no loopholes like what happened to you. Your issue was loopholes. You thought you was getting somewhere and nope. Wrong turn. Stopped in traffic. Get out the vehicle. Raise your hands. Miranda rights. You're going to jail. See, I'm just relaying the messages. And so I know for sure that some who have offended you and their crews will, confirmation, will be faced with jail time. You understand? See, it's fun when you're hurting somebody else, ain't it? Right? It's fun when you think you'll never get uncovered, ain't it? It's fun when you're throwing rocks and hiding hands, ain't it? But it's not fun when God said, okay, now you done. Okay? And so now you have to answer to me. All right? And be on your knees. Pleading with me. Please. Talk about a rude awakening. Next card is decision. Decision. Stressful decisions. Opposition. All right. Crossroads. See, when someone's made up their mind, it's definitely going to be opposition. Okay. I'm hearing the song, "We Ain't Going Nowhere." That's right. We ain't going nowhere. You could try. We ain't going nowhere. 'Cause you know I'm right. Yeah. Things used to be done this way. But today's title is New Beginnings. Okay? Child, please. The next card is Financial Constraints. You see, let me tell you a little interesting fact. In 2021, I shared a prophecy that you would lose all your fortune. And this is in relation to those that thought they could step to me. I said you would lose all your fortune on black magic. Did I not? Right. And once you lose it, just because you want to come up against me, you don't want me to share how you can be free, right? You want to imprison me / kill me because of the fact that I am bringing it to the attention of the public of the misdeeds that are happening in secrecy, right? The glamour spells, the domination spells, the love spells, I'm assisting those that are still sleeping to wake up, right? And you feel I'm the enemy because you feel I'm messing with your money, correct? Right. You want to be able to step on people's heads. You want the ability to continue to steal, kill, destroy, and keep a smile on your face, giving and embrace as you lay more spell work on them. Y'all people out there that's letting just anybody touch your children, let me tell you right now, all right, because I would not be okay without bringing this to your awareness. Before you leave your house, bless your children, all right? Protect your children with the levels of protection that you are being intuitively guided to do. All right? Trust and believe I protect mine. Okay? So I'm not telling you something I'm not doing. All right? Prayer is one thing. Prayer is good. But you also need to teach your children right? How to pray for themselves. You also need to teach your children how to protect themselves in your presence and when not in your presence. All right? They must also be in the awareness, just not anybody can get in your personal space, right? Just not anybody can get in your face, right? Although we want to share the love, but due to the awareness of today's realities, you can't just hug anybody, right? In fact, you can't shake hands with just anybody. Some people that you're shaking hands with, God, you want them to be awakened to this. All right? The message I'm receiving is the reason they want to shake your hands, the reason they want to give you that embrace, the reason that they want to share that demonic kiss is because they were looking for a point of contact. Did you hear me? Some spell word requires confirmation, requires a point of contact. It could be a Judas kiss on the cheek, a touching in or playing in your hair. All right? A hug, a kiss, something that seems so innocent, right? Meanwhile, they're cursing you. They're hexing you. They're evil eyeing you. And this is why once you return home, cleanse yourself, right? As you enter your home, cleanse yourself because you do not want to bring that energy in your home. Let me explain the seriousness of what I'm saying. Point of contact. I recall not enjoying an experience I had, right? In fact, I made a complaint to the manager. And I shared how I felt disrespected and how they need to do better. She mentioned, yes, I will speak to the staff and so forth. I recall one person in particular that was giving me an attitude, not because of anything that I did to her, not because we've had any interaction either. Just because, well, I just came and I heard so-and-so said, and I just want you to know. So I'm looking at her like, what you smoking? Because it must be really good for you to go there with me. All right? Because I have a way I conduct myself. And it's with peaceful energy. And so anytime a complaint is made is because you are aggravating me. Right? So I said, first off, I don't know you. All right? Second off, you don't know the story. Right? Third off, we have no interaction from this point on. That's period. Now, because of my stance, her response was, I'm sorry. I didn't know the whole story. I didn't. Save the drama for your mama. That's what I was thinking, right? Now, as I exited the building, she gave me a gift. Why? Lady, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. Neither do I want to know you. I was being accompanied with someone else, and my spirit did not trust the gift, but I didn't say anything yet, right? And the person that was with me said, throw that in the trash right now. We both felt it. This is just the family that I come from, right? God reveals danger to us. So someone can approach you with a smile, with a gift. Child, someone can approach you with money. I don't think y'all ready. Someone can approach you with money. Here. You can use it. It's a gift from me to you. Next thing, you get fired, right? You lose a contract. People start declining your services. Why? Point of contact. So before you accept the jewelry, before you accept the candy, before you accept the money, or anything that you see, you're being advised to ask for discernment, ask for wisdom, ask for guidance, and wait on it. Yes, it comes with that too. It's not just, God, I need an answer now. No. You don't give God timelines. All right, let's get that correct. All right. In fact, God can take as long as He wants. God, I will not accept this offer until you tell me. And let it free. Don't concentrate on it. Don't, just let that go. In fact, I've had this experience this week. Now, it wasn't a request on what I should be doing. It was a request in relation to a clearance. Can I do this, God? Can I do this, Spirit team? Can I do this, beloved ancestors? Is this in alignment with my highest good? Is this will in connection with God's will? Is it for the highest good? All right. I will not move forward until you tell me and confirm with me that I make this move. I believe that was 2 days ago. And I got my answer yesterday. When you get your answer, you just know. I don't know how else to explain it, but that. When you get the answer, you just know. It's just too clear of a connection. No room for a coincidence. Right? And you know that's your answer. So my recommendation to you is to try that method. One thing you will notice is you'll start getting the answers quicker and quicker and quicker. Right? Pay attention. Pay attention to the progress in your life. Pay attention when you trust God, how fast He moves. Confirmation. How fast He moves for you. Pay attention when you're willing to learn the lessons, how fast you can graduate and get promoted to another cycle. Pay attention. All right? Now that's just a little knowledge and a lot of wisdom. Going to the next card. Your beliefs, what you value, your resources. Funny how the next card relates to it, because what you value. Oh, honey, I value my freedom. Right? I value not being oppressed. Right? I value God's command. Right? The next card says, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Okay? My belief. I was born free. I'ma live free. And I'ma transition free. As free-spirited as I be. Okay? Your resources. Oh, that's my spirit team. You understand? That's the guidance I receive. That's the knowledge and wisdom package combo deal. That's what all of that means. Next card is present. So this is my present, and this is your present day reality. This is your season. Okay? Where you can actualize all that you want to be. Why? Because you was called to be. Okay? Take your place. All right? Financial constraint is no longer in your vocabulary. Now, those of you that are strong in your spiritual walk, understand. And those of you that are ketchup, because you did not have that mustard seed faith. I'm hearing you gonna learn. As you witness, you gonna learn that it benefits you to have that mustard seed faith. Okay? Next card is harmony. See, when I am in God's will, when I am in alignment, not only with what, but with who. I said with who. One more time. With who He aligns me to be with. All right. This is when I experience harmony. When I am in alignment with my soul's purpose. When I am in alignment with what He's told me to do. It benefits me. Right? And this is why I don't negotiate. Right? I don't recall. I don't consider anything other than God's will for my life. There's nothing to talk about. Silence. Because everything I need revealed, God reveals. Oh, trust. See these secret gems I'm coming up with? Trust. God will reveal. It doesn't matter how much magic they use to hide those secrets. They will all be on display for the world to see. You and me. Everything in the dark shall come to the light. Confirmation. Present. I'm being told enjoy your present. Be thankful for your present. Have gratitude for your present. See, as you live in this present moment, you are realizing not only the power of God, but the power He has bestowed on your life. You understand? You understand it was all worth it. You understand that you've arrived to a point where you can lend a helping hand to those that are earlier on their journeys, seeking direction. I'm hearing share your stories. Share your stories. Share your truth. Don't add on. Don't make yourself look as if you could do no wrong. Be truthful in your delivery. And as you share these messages, include what you can do to better yourselves. Include the knowledge and the wisdom you've gained from self-introspection. Obviously, you're going to use your discretion. All right? I'm trusting your intelligence. And I'm believing not only you're following your intuition, you're following God's guidance. But set yourself free. All right? Some of you are not healed and will not get healed until you accept your authentic self. In fact, you are sick as your secrets. As you open up and embrace transparency, living in your truth, you will experience the load that we carry being lighter and lighter. Consider taking more walks with God, okay? Allow Him on your journey. And one day, you can claim freedom. Wow. The next card is answered prayer. And the reason why I said wow is I remember, I want to say in 2019, and someone asked me, what do you want? To accomplish this year? I'm trying to be accurate in what I'm saying because it's been a couple years, but I believe that's what the question was. What do you want to happen this year? People, out of all the questions, all the answers that I could have replied, I could have said, I want to buy this. I want to achieve this. People, I said, freedom. What I remember vividly is the reaction of the crowd. Some even said out loud, freedom from what? And that made me think. Because freedom is just the first thing that came out of my mouth. But when I heard freedom from what? I was in a moment where I didn't feel as ease to go inward. I was in a crowd, right? So I just freely said, freedom from stress. It wasn't until years after I realized what that meant. I felt overwhelmed, right? I felt I had too much on my plate. I felt stuck. I felt I was regressing. Why? Because energy is contagious. And at the time, I was connected to, at least legally, right? Legally, I was connected to a Judas in my life who so happened to carry that energy of no progress, no forward movement, no opportunity. It was when the divorce was finally finalized that I walked into freedom. Right? There are certain stresses you have in your life, certain burdens you're carrying. Oh, it's time to put them down. Because they are not yours. They were never yours, and they will never be yours because it is not your portion. Ask God to reveal your destinies. Please. Please. Please ask God to reveal to you your destinies, because there are those of you who are living beneath your potential. All right? Trust God. Be at peace with accepting the fact that life is a journey, right? And just ask God for grace on your journey. And with that, I'll say, be well and peace.